Hey guys, it's Charlie here, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to make yourself an aspect of the end. In your own world, it can be survival or multiplayer, but you can do this any way you want. I'll show you how it works now. So, as you can see, if I right click, it teleports me forward. I'll put my mouse up to the microphone so you can hear it. You can see it teleports me forward 8 blocks, and this is the description for it. I've completely recreated everything that is in the game. You can customize this as much as you want if you want to. I'm gonna leave the command to get this. This is the command here. I'm gonna leave this in the description so you guys can copy and paste it into a command block in your own world. You won't be able to use it in the chat because it's too big for that. So you'll need to use a command block. So really all it is to make this work is 2 command blocks. You could use 3 if you wanted to. What I'm using here, so the main thing behind it is a carrot on a stick. I'm using a resource pack that makes the carrot on a stick invisible. So if I put it here, you can see the slot in the bottom left, on the left of the aspect of the end, you can see it is invisible. If I would take the resource pack off, it would be a carrot on a stick there, but it's not. So what's happening here is I have a scoreboard that will only set off. I'll show you how to do it now, might as well. So you type /scoreboard objectives add, and you can change the name. I set it to aspect end. I'm gonna set it to aspect end 1. And what you want to type is Minecraft dot used Minecraft dot carrot on a stick. I'm just gonna click it here, and then you don't have to put a display name. You just press enter. And now there is a scoreboard. I'll do /scoreboard players /scoreboard players list. Okay, I don't know how to show you that it is there, but it definitely is working. So to make it work, that tracks when I use the carrot on a stick. It tracks if you use it in your main hand or if you have it in your offhand. So that's why I use it in the offhand, so that you can have your aspect of the end in your main hand. Pretty sure it might work the other way around, but I'm not sure about that. This does mean that you won't be able to use your offhand, but it's the best way to make an aspect of the end that doesn't involve plugins or a super smart way to do it. This is the easiest way that only uses 2 command blocks to do it, and only a resource pack that it gets rid of the carrot on a stick texture, because who's going to be using a carrot on a stick anyway? So what you want to do next is you want to put down a command block. I'm going to put it down here. And what you want to do is you can copy copy the command down in the description, and you need to set it to always active. Control V, or Control V. I don't think there's any other way to do it. So let's go through what it's doing here. So it is executing as a random entity with the score of aspect end. I'm going to set this to aspect end 1, which is the new scoreboard that we just created. And it will only execute when it has that score. So when it gets 1 of that score, and then it's also tracking that it has to have, and the NBT is, it has to have a diamond sword in their hand. You can customize. This is the part where you can customize it. You could make it so that you don't have to have anything, so you can just get rid of the whole NBT part. Or you could change this to, I'm gonna say, no, actually I'll keep it as a diamond sword. and this you can customize this as well. You can do the count. You can't customize the count of a sword because you can only have one. The display, the name of it has to be aspect end with the color blue, so they can't fake it, and the italic has to be false, so they can't do it in an anvil. And then you just do @ which you execute the command at that entity, and for here you can do @s and then just put the same in the score and the MBT. And then this is the part where you can run your command. You don't have to do run. You don't have to do teleport. You can do whatever command you want. If you want to do an aspect of the Jerry, which I'm going to put another video out for the aspect of the Jerry later this week. I'm not sure when, but hopefully soon. You can just swap this out for play sound and then a villager noise. But for now, since it's the aspect of the end, you're going to teleport yourself. So since it's executing the command as the entity, you can do @s. And then these up arrows, these mean that you'll be doing it in the direction that the player's looking. If you did these lines like this, then it would do it. It would do it, for instance, since I have this on 8, it would go 8 blocks this way, and not the direction that I'm looking in. So 8 blocks on the third arrow, that means you're going forward. The first arrow means you're going left or right, depending on you do minus or no minus. And then the up obviously means up or down. So then it should work once. It will only work once, and then you'll be confused why it doesn't work. Because you need a chain command block, it should be always active chain. And then you want to do scoreboard, players reset at a aspect end 1, or whatever your scoreboard is called. You want to press done, and now if I get rid of these command blocks, I'm just going to set this to needs redstone, you should see it still works. If I change this to, for instance, I'm going to change it to an iron sword, and I'm going to put this back on, and I'm going to press control and then pick block. I'm going to change this to an iron sword, so as you can see we have an iron sword and a diamond sword. I'm going to change this to 8 that way, and I'm not going to put any that way. So the iron sword, I'm going to press F5. The iron sword doesn't work. Oh, I know why. It's because we need to set the first one to iron sword. As we need to set both of these to iron sword. So ash, and this has to be iron sword as well. You need to make sure you don't make any of those mistakes, or of course it won't work, and you can't blame me for that. So you can see this now goes left, and if I go like this, it's gonna go over here. This goes forward, and this goes left. This is very customizable, by the way. You can do anything you want with this. You don't even have to make it so that it has a selected item. You could do, for instance, let's see here, if entity at P, you could do the experience level, so it has to have a certain experience level. You could do it so that only people in, say, creative could use it. You could only do it with people that have advancements. The type of you could do that for entities, but I don't think entities will be using it. You could do the x position, but for that I've worked out that you have to have x position equals 0, for instance, and then you have to have distance equals 1. And then, I'm not going to do that. You can figure that out yourself. Whoa. You can figure out how to do that yourself. There's loads of tutorials on YouTube that I haven't done yet. But that is really it for this video. I'll leave... I mean, it should be pretty simple enough to create the resource pack for yourself. Just go to novaskin.com. I don't know the exact URL, but I'll leave a link to that in the description as well, so you can make the resource pack so that you can't see it, or you might want to see it. So this isn't the best for survival, I would say. I would say this is for more of a, like, I don't know, like a puzzle map or something like that, where you have to detect what they have in their hand. This could also be good for, say, aspect of the end is for Hypixel Skyblock, and in that they don't have a offhand. They don't use an offhand, so this basically the same. I'm pretty sure that is really it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, then please leave a like and subscribe for more of these tutorial videos. I'm gonna make the aspect of the Jerry video soon, so stay tuned for that. I've loads more planned for these tutorial videos because I have been working on a lot in the background, and I've figured out a lot of stuff that might help you, that you might need for your map or whatever you're doing, or your server. So that's it. Leave a like, subscribe, and see ya.